So today our lesson is a grammar lesson about conditionals. Let's start. What are conditional sentences? They are type of sentences that need a condition or a reason to happen. Why do we use conditional sentences? Let's see. Okay, we use conditional sentences to describe how an action or situation affects its result. So, here, step by step, we're going to learn how conditional sentences work and when we use them and how we use them. Okay, so let's start. Structure, we have a clause consists of a subject and a predicate. Main clauses are those that can be alone as a sentence. So a main clause is a sentence that can stand by itself alone. It has what? A complete idea. It has a subject, okay, the verb, and the predicate. So it's a complete idea. This is the main clause. So what's the structure of a conditional? So we have the main clause, that's the action and the situation, that's the complete sentence. Yeah, subject, verb, predicate. Then we have the if clause, that is the dependent clause. So the if clause is a dependent clause that depends on the main clause to what? To have the whole idea. That is the result. Then a comma separates the two clauses only if the result clause goes first in the sentence. How? Like for example here, if I have enough money, I will go to the USA. So here I have the if clause at the beginning of the sentence. When I have the if clause at the beginning of the sentence, it means that I have to put a comma to separate the if clause and the main clause. But when I have the main clause at the beginning of the sentence, then it's not necessary for me to use the comma in the sentence. I just write the if clause afterwards. Okay? So what's the difference between the first and second example? Nothing. Both are the same, but we can use the if clause at the beginning and the if clause at the end. Okay? So we have four types here of conditionals. We have type 0, that is the truth condition. Type 1, probable conditional. Type 2, improbable condition. And type 3, impossible condition. So here we are going to start with type 0, that's the truth condition, and type 1, that is the probable condition. Conditional type 0. Let's start. Here we have the form of type 0. So it's if plus present simple plus present simple. So it means that we have the if clause, yeah, simple present, and the main clause also simple present. So in both clauses, we're going to use the simple present in type 0. When do we use type 0? When we are talking about laws of nature or things that always happen or facts. Like for example, if you heat ice, it melts. So this is what? A law of nature. You see, you have heat, melts, both In the if clause, you have simple present, that's heat, and melts in the main clause. Okay? And then you have another example. If you fail your exams, you have to take them again in September. So you have here in the if clause what? As simple present, fail. And in the main clause, you have what? Have. So here we are talking about things that always happen to us. Yeah, so that's how we use, yeah, and when we use the type 0. Let's see other examples. Conditional type 0. We use the 0 conditional when we want to talk about facts or things that are generally true. The 0 conditional is a structure used for talking about general truths, things which always happen under certain conditions. A 0 conditional sentence consists of two clauses, an if clause and a main clause. In most 0 conditional sentences, you can use when or if and the meaning will stay the same. So in the if conditional, we may have if, and sometimes they use what? When instead of if, and both have what? The same meaning. Let's summarize here. So type 0 is a truth condition. If plus simple present plus simple present. So here I have at the beginning, you can see the if clause. So the if clause should have what? The verb in the simple present form. If it snows, so snows is in the present. Then we have the main clause. The ground is slippery. So here we have what? The main clause that's also in the simple present. So why are we using in both simple present? Because we are talking about facts and general truths. Okay? So the 0 conditional is frequently used to describe facts and general truths, laws of nature. Examples: if you cool water at 0 degrees Celsius, it freezes. If you water a cactus every day, it dies in a short time. You get purple if you mix red and blue. If you visit the wax museum, you see many wax figures. If ice is heated, it melts. So you see, in all of these examples, you have what? Examples of facts and general truths that we call them laws of nature. So now we have conditional type 1, the first conditional. Okay? It's a future reference. How? Form. So the form of the first conditional is if plus present simple, that is the if clause. Then we have will plus infinitive or, we call base form, the future form. Yeah? This is the structure of the first condition. Both condition and result are very likely to happen here. Like, for example, if John gets a good result, he will study medicine. So, there is here a high probability that John, yeah, gets a good result Yeah, and if he does so, he will study medicine. So there is a probability. Okay? Then, here in the second example, we have if he fails the exams, he will not go abroad. So here, there is a chance for him what? To fail the exam or not. So if he fails, he will not go. If he succeeds, he will go. So there is what? A probability for him to go. It depends on him. Okay? Then we have conditional. The first conditional has future reference. It's used to talk about things which might happen in the future. Of course, we can't know what will happen in the future, but this describes possible things which could easily come true. So, the first conditional describe things that might happen in the present and in the future. They can easily come true. So they are what? Probable to happen. Okay? So we have the structure, yeah, the form of type 1. Yeah, probable condition. If plus present simple, will, won't, that is the negative, plus infinitive. Like here, in the if clause, we have to use what? Present simple, simple present. If I have time, yeah, then in the main clause, I have to use what? The future, the simple future. Yeah, that's will plus infinitive. I will help you. So if I have time, I will help you. So it means that here there is a probability for me to help you. Okay? There is a hope. Yeah? So it's something that what might or can happen in the future. So the first conditional is used to talk about things which are possible in the present or the future, things which may happen in the future. Like, for example, if it's sunny, we will go to the park. Maybe it will be sunny. That's possible. Okay? If you help me with the dishes, I will help you with your homework. So there is here what? A probability. If you want to buy the novel, you will have to go to a bookshop. She won't go to the party if she isn't invited. You will pass the test if you study hard. If you eat so much, you will get a stomach ache. So here you see the future condition. The first conditional has what? A future reference. So, in the first conditional, we can also use the imperative. The form is if plus simple present plus imperative. Like in the if clause, we use the present simple, and in the main clause, we use the imperative. When do we use it? This is a way of giving advice or instructions. Example: if you feel tired, drink a cup of coffee. If you can't wake up, buy an alarm clock. If you see my wife, tell her I will be late for dinner. Okay, so this is a way of using the first condition with simple present and imperative. So we use the conditional the first conditional also with if plus present simple plus main. So in the if clause we have simple present, and in the main clause we have may. When do we use it? When the result of the condition is just a possibility. Like for example, if we go to John's party, we may have a good time. If we don't give them directions, they may get lost. So there is what? A possibility. So in the first conditional, we also use if plus simple present plus can. Okay, so in the if clause, we use the verb in the simple present, and in the main clause, we use can. When this happens, for example, if I don't have enough time today, I can wash your car tomorrow. We use this form when we make present decisions about future ability. Otherwise, we use will be able to. Example, if you lose her telephone number, you won't be able to contact her later. So here we have unless. What does unless mean? Unless means if not. So both have the same meaning. So when I have unless in a sentence, it means that I have if not. Like for example, you will be sick unless you stop eating. Is the same as when I say you will be sick if you don't stop eating. If you don't and unless are what? The same. Go now to the next video so we can practice some exercises together, okay? Now let's practice some exercises with the first conditional. So get the piece of paper, write the answers on it, and then check. Good work. First conditional for possibilities. So if we hurry, we catch the next bus. What's the right answer? We cancel the picnic if it rain. And here, what's the correct answer? If my parents arrive late, I take them to the restaurant. So, and here, what's the correct answer? We be in trouble if we not get the contract. And here, what's the correct answer? If you go out in the rain, you get wet. What's the right answer here? If the children touch the dog, it bites them. If you not be careful, you make mistakes. My parents be angry if I be late. What's the correct answer? We buy a new car if we have enough money. And here, what's the correct answer? If she not pass her exam, she not get into university. And here, what's the correct answer? So